conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad, recorded on the 18th of March, 1976, in Mayapur, India.
So, why the moon is particularly rises from the eastern side? The moon, according to the scientists, the moon is going down like this. So, why the moon is rising from the eastern side? It is going down while it appears from the eastern side.
Because the earth is spinning on its axis. Because the earth is turning.
It's a very good question. It's a very good question.
What's the answer, Srila Prabhupada?
You answer?
According to Bhagavatam, the moon is not going around the earth. It's revolving around Mount Sumeru.
Yeah, according to Bhagavad, that is different thing.
But why the moon should simply follow that same pattern?
Yeah.
Going east to west. Why not
Random.
Sometimes rising from the south?
Yeah.
Sometimes perhaps from the north.
Well, they say it has a fixed orbit around the earth. It has a fixed orbit around the earth. Who fixed the orbit?
Sure.
Sure.
And the sun is also rising from the east. But sun is fixed up and moon is moving, so why they are coming from the same side?
Coming from the west.
Wonderful question.
Huh?
These are wonderful things.
Well, they say that the moon is actually moving around the earth, and the earth is rotating, and the sun only appears to move around the earth.
Is that question answered?
They both appear that way because of the turning of the earth.
The sun is fixed up,
The earth is turning.
earth is turning, and moon is turning. But why the sun and moon rises from the same side?
If the earth turns in that direction.
Let's talk with this proper answer.
Why doesn't the moon sometimes rise in the south or the north?
Because the earth is not turning in the opposite direction. This is the Vedic explanation.
Vedic explanation, the moon is not going down the earthly planet.
This is very revolutionary thought. Because children all over the world, in schools, they're taught simply that the moon is going around the earth. They shouldn't question it.
And they say, you should not question.
No, should not question it. It's taken as fact.
My point is, if the moon is going around the earth, beginning from here to there, similarly, the sun is also going down. Because you see the similar way.
Yes.
It is rising and going that way. So how we can say one is fixed, one is random? The process we find the same. How we can say that this is fixed or this is going down? Why if the process is the same, then the result will be the same.
If the sun was moving, then they would be able to prove
And
it.
the moon is not seen also for 15 days in the morning. As a layman, we should say that as the moon is rising from this side and going to this side, the sun is also rising from this side. The moon is moving, the sun is moving.
That's true then. What about the changes in the moon's phase? Sometimes
True
it
or
happens.
not true, I am layman. I am saying that the moon is rising from this side and going to this side. The sun is also rising from this side and going to this side. If the moon is moving, the sun is moving. Yes, I am a layman. Actually, sun is moving, but they say fixed time.
saying though, the moon would always appear full, and it goes through changes, phases.
Yeah. Why the moon?
They say that everything is moving. Both the earth is moving, sun is moving, and the moon is moving. But everything has got its own time. Moon is moving once around in 28 days, and the earth is moving around in 365 days, and sun is also moving in its own time.
This is some fixed stuff.
No,
they don't say fixed stuff.
They say there's a point called the galactic center of the universe, and everything is moving around that point. They say like that.
Well, what is that center?
That they can find out.
Somewhere near the sun. They just imagined it. Close to the sun, but not exactly the sun. The center, they say.
Our Bhagavad says the whole planetary system is moving, centering the pole star.
Yes. They admit that there's some center of the universe, everything is going around there, including the sun, but they don't know exactly where it is.
That is pole star?
No, that's admitted that the pole star, the stars are revolving around everything. They take photographs.
What?
Of the everything revolving around the pole star, the constellations.
Are the moon's phases due to the planet Rahu, Srila Prabhupada? Are the moon's phases due to the planet Rahu?
Space?
The phases of the moon, quarter moon, half moon, full moon.
Waxing and waning.
That I do not exactly remember.
No, probably the same. Not right now.
The moon is far away from the sun. That is from Bhagavad.
Further away. Now, but there's another question I have. I remember in a walk, I've read in your book that the moon's glowing is due to reflecting the sun. Then I remember on a walk in Vrindavan you said that the moon is fiery, just like the sun, but there's a cooling atmosphere around it. So is it actually fiery glow, or is it simply a reflecting?
That is said in Bhagavad.
It says reflection in the Bhagavad.
No, it is also fire, it says. It is because it is far away from the sun. It is not so glowing.
So it's not a question of reflection only.
The reflection theory is the modern theory.
Because sometimes in the books it's
Yes. Sometimes I said taking this modern theory.
just so that people will understand an example.
Another question is, how do the different seasons come about? Winter, summer, spring.
It is due to the movement of the sun.
The
Movement of the sun.
movement of the sun.
But they say sun is fixed.
Yes, they say the earth is tilting back and forth like this.
That is always doing, but it takes a little time. But the movement of the sun, Uttara and Dakshina, what is their explanation?
They say that the earth is tilting like this, the sun is fixed. When the earth tilts like this in the northern hemisphere, there's summer. When it tilts like this, the southern hemisphere, there's summer. It's tilting back and forth as it revolves around the sun.
Tilting?
Yes.
But they say it is.
Well, they say the Earth is on a tilted axis,
23 degrees from the North Pole.
so as it revolves around the sun,
That's another theory.
Huh?
There's two different things.
Simultaneously going around the
there's a
sun,
difference
and also in itself it is turning. And then it's sometimes tilting on a particular axis. Simultaneously moving around the so-called central
The 6
sun.
months that it tilts.
And then it also spins, the globe spins.
Huh?
And then it has different tilts. It takes different degrees. And when the sun's rays hit the earth at a particular angle, it becomes cooler or hotter. This is
while it's spinning, it's not just spinning straight up and down, it's on an axis. So it's spinning like this. Here, it's going like a ball. Not like this, like this.
Yeah.
It's on an angle.
And then it is tilted.
But how does that explain summer and winter?
Because sometimes it's close to the sun and
It spins every 24 hours, it's turning. How should that matter?
Now, for instance, in Sweden, they have a certain part of the year where it is always dark. So they say this is because the Earth's axis is shifted. So that, yeah.
Srila Prabhupada, is the Earth also spinning? Or is it simply the sun's movement that causes day and night everything?
No planet is fixed except this sun. Are fixed. But the whole thing is moving. That is Dharma. And that you can see at night. It is like a tree. It is moving. And the sun is moving. And all other planets, they are
Fixed.
fixed.
How is it we see the moon coming in every day then? How is it that we see the moon moving?
Moon. That is, of course, I do not remember, but the whole planet system is moving. Is moving.
And the sun is fixed, but it's also moving.
Everything is revolving around that pole star?
Yeah.
Everything is moving around the sun, and the sun is moving around the pole star.
No. Everything is not moving around it.
Like that tree, if the tree revolves on it by itself like that, and the sun is going around the whole thing.
Yes.
The tree is just moving like that.
Right.
And the different branches, they remain in the same position in relationship to the center of the tree.
But the sun has its own...
But the sun has an orbit around the whole thing.
Of course.
So the whole universe moves around. Every 24 hours it does one rotation. And then the sun goes around. All that.
Every 24 hours?
More.
Veda Tattva.
Huh?
There seems to be one Egyptian simultaneously.
Are the planets shaped like balls or more like plates? Because it's hard to understand. Because they're called dvipas, islands. The roundness is the roundness of a plate or like a ball.
Which one? If it is like a tree, then these things can be a dvipa, islands.
Now scientists are getting smashed to bits by your statements, Srila Prabhupada. This destroys their whole theory. Orbs, round spheres. I think that this Mayapur building, we must build a big planetarium in it.
Yeah, that I'm going to do. Vedic planetarium.
Oh boy. You're going to bring a lot of scientists who come here just to dispute this.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
What people will come to see the Vedic planetarium.
We should advertise it very widely that this is the actual factual explanation of the universe.
It will be automatically as soon as people will come.
You're going to need somebody
The thing is, on principle, we shall only go against it.
Contrary.
On principle. Whatever they say, yes, we say no.
What is the explanation of an eclipse?
Huh?
Eclipse.
Eclipses are so that Rahu planet comes to attack the sun and the moon. And when it comes, it becomes dark.
How does it attack?
How do I attack it?
When we see part of the moon disappear, what is actually happening?
Happening, that attack. Suppose if I come to attack when I am fall, then you cannot see.
No, I can't.
Huh?
Yeah.
By the scientists' calculation of what's happening with the revolving, they can predict an eclipse. They can say in advance when an eclipse will come.
Well, we cannot predict.
Yeah, they predicted Lord Chaitanya was a eclipse. So apparently they can predict Rahu's attack also.
Even the scientists say that.
They're predicting 5,000 years before the scientists. There's the explanation.
Now when there was no civilization.
Yeah.
There is
No civilization 5,000.
Yeah, 3,000 years before, there was no civilization.
I read that recently in an anthropology book that 3000 BC means 5,000 years ago. Everyone was living, especially in this part of the world, people were simply living in caves.
English propaganda. English propaganda.
They had very crude tools for making their things. Practically they were like animals.
So how this literature came?
Well, they say it's not older than 1,500 years old.
1,000, where other literatures like that, 1,500 years in Europe and other
No
places.
such thing.
Well, they have the
Only the literatures were here in India.
no. They have the. They also have mythology in Greek and Roman mythology too.
Mythology maybe, but so purposeful verses, well,
Nowhere.
huh?
Well, he is philosophy.
Yeah.
That they can match anyway.
Then,
How can a caveman make it then?
yeah.
Each verse, so each
So
verse.
read, is it possible to compose verses like the caveman? How foolish. Not only that, in Mahabharata there are 100,000 verses. In Bhagavad there are 18,000 verses. In the Quran, where is such rich literature? If they are cavemen, where from this literature came?
They also say Krishna was a tribal chief, but how could he speak such philosophy?
How rascal.
There are a few flaws in the theory.
The best class of men, the Aryans, and they were worshipping a tribal chief. And what was Arjuna? He was also tribal chief. Arjuna said that I become your disciple. So what was he? That he is submitting to a tribal chief. Shishyasriham sadhimaham prapanna, and he is teaching Bhagavad Gita.
Still being read after 5,000 years.
And still they cannot assimilate it. So much so-called civilized now. They cannot understand in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, tatha dehantara prapti, that there is transmigration of this one, this lifetime, and this time.
Just to master the language takes 12 years.
Yes.
What to speak of understanding the content.
Parts of modern science, and every philosophy and science group where they're just cheating the public, then exhibit how Krishna consciousness is showing the real way.
We need to do that in this planetarium.
Prabhupada, a few years ago I presented an exposition, and in that was a planetarium, and also there was an exhibit called Man's Relationship with God, which was the alternative to modern anthropology, showing how anthropology is not valid, and man's relationship with God is the valid thing. And then regulation is the preventative of the disease, is the alternative to psychology or behaviorism. Like that, all these exhibits can be there showing how science is false and Krishna
Whatever
consciousness.
thoughts are coming, you note it. Keep it. We shall utilize it.
This Bhagavad
With
has
reference to the Shastra.
Sure.
Like every page of Bhagavad. I think every year there should be change,
New exhibit.
new exhibit.
Otherwise it will become stale.
Yes.
Because we have so much
It
material.
should be done very easily
Yes.
by conveyor belts.
Here the doll maker, they can make dolls within 15 days. Finish. They can do so expert.
It should be life-size.
Huh?
It should be life-size, like walking into the forest of Namaskar.
Yeah, not right side. 3 feet, 4 feet.